Okay, we are starting with DBMS. That is, so first of all, we will learn what is DBMS. So DBMS stands for Database Management System. Okay, so this is the long form for Database Management System. So font size is a little bit big, so we will decrease it. We'll keep it at 16. Okay, fine. Okay, so DBMS stands for Database Management System. So let's start. First of all, we will learn what is data. Okay, so as we know, we are studying database management system. Basically, we need to know that what data means and what information means. Okay, there is a basic difference in data and information. So let me tell you one thing. Data is nothing but the raw things, okay, which are uncategorized or unorganized things. And information is the processed data. Means whenever we are performing some operations on the raw data, raw things, and we get some specific or organized output, which is the information. So data is converted into information after some proper processing. Okay, so data is nothing but the raw things. And what is information? It is processed data. Okay, right. So basically what we can say is work done by the computer to convert the data into information, that is processing. And processing may involve like searching, sorting, grouping, or calculating the data. Okay, so what database is? Okay, now we will go further and learn what a database is. So we can say that collection of large amount of data is nothing but a database. Okay, it may contain coherent, that is related and meaningful data, that is nothing but the database. Okay, further we will learn what is database management system. Okay, so the softwares which manages the data efficiently by processing it, which are that are the database management systems. Okay, DBMS. Okay, these are the softwares which manages the database. Okay, next, what we can say that means ANSI is the American National Standards Institute defines database as it is a collection of interrelated data and a set of program to access those data. It is the definition provided by ANSI. Okay, we will go through the goals of DBMS in short. Okay, so what are the goals? The first goal, or we can say the goal of the DBMS, is to provide a way to store and retrieve database information that is both convenient and efficient. Okay, I will revise this once again. The goal of the database management system is to provide a way to store and retrieve that information, database information, in a convenient and efficient way. Okay, so next, uh, why we are using database management system means needs of database management system. The next point is needs of DBMS. Okay, so I will highlight this point and we will learn after this. So now in goals we can say that to store and store and retrieve the data conveniently and efficiently. Okay, so in needs of DBMS means why we need the DBMS. Okay, so the first need of the database management system is data redundancy and data inconsistency. The first, okay, we'll point it out with a serial number, that is data redundancy, REDUNDENCY, and inconsistency. Okay, so what this means, okay, basically data is stored in multiple files or file formats, resulting in duplication of data. Means we are storing same data in multiple files, then the redundancy of data happens, and which generates the inconsistency of the data, or which leads to the inconsistency of the data. Okay, so the next one is difficulty in accessing the data. Okay, I will explain this in a little further, or a little in details. Okay, right now, what is difficulty in accessing the data? Okay, so I will give a practical example for this. Okay, basically we are aware of the C programming language, and there we are using file handling to store the data, or to deal with the storage of the data. Okay, so we need to perform various operations on that data present in that file. Every time we need to open the file, write some proper functions, or a lot more functions to perform any particular task, then close the file. So it is a little bit lengthy work for us. So in order to overcome the limitations of file handling, we are introduced with database management system. Okay, then the third one is data isolation. So what data isolation means, I will not go that much deep for data isolation. In a single line I can say that data isolation represents the multiple files and formats. Okay, then the next one is data integrity. Okay, data integrity. Okay, then fifth one. Okay, let me explain the data integrity. So data integrity refers to the problem of ensuring that database contains only accurate data. Okay, means the data must be trustworthy, or the true data, which defines the data integrity. Then the fifth one is atomicity. Okay, atomicity problems are there. And what are the atomicity problems? Let me explain. So let us consider a transaction, or atomicity problems occur during the failure, or the failure may leave database in inconsistent state. Okay, where the partial updates carried out. Okay, let me give a simple example for atomicity problems. So transfer of funds from one account to another should either complete or not happen at all. Okay, means suppose I am sending some money to another person with the with my account to his account, but by the time if the transaction system fails, then there should not be the complete means transaction, either it should be completely done or it should not happen. Then concurrent access by multiple users. Concurrent access. Okay, concurrent access by multiple users, CAMBU. And what this means is, we can give one simple example here, which is of joint account. Means if I am okay, if I am adding 50 rupees to account A for a person, another person, it should be reflected for his side also. Okay, then the next one, the seventh one is security problems. Okay, most of the times we are dealing with means we are facing security issues with our data in file handling systems. So here a little bit it is hard. Okay, actually it is not the need of we can say it is a need. It is hard to provide user access to some, but not all the data. Means in database management systems we can provide security to some of the parts in data. Okay, some of the parts of the data. Okay, right. We will discuss about this further. Okay, now we will move to the next point, that is data, what I can say, data models. Sorry, data model. So what data model is? A data model provides a way to describe the design of a database at the physical, logical and view levels. Okay, let me repeat the things. A database model or a data model provides a way to describe the design of the complete database at physical, logical and view level. So there are different types of data models, but we are right now learning the relational data model, which is invented by E.F. Codd. Okay, CODD. E.F. Codd, who is the inventor of relational data model. Okay, what relational data model is? That is, data should be stored in rows and columns. Okay, the vertical lines and horizontal lines. The verticals are columns and the horizontal are the rows. Okay, so that is a table is relation. Okay, now what a row means? There are some different names for the rows. Basically rows are the horizontal ones, and which are also called as tuples and entity also, and the columns are the vertical ones, which are also called as attributes, and a table means relation or entity class. Okay, now we will learn about a little bit about the difference between database management systems and RDBM. Okay, before that let me point out some things here, like what a relational model is. Okay, basically we are learning that is relational model. Okay, RELATIO, relational model. Okay, under that what we need to know that data should be the data should be stored in rows and columns. This is the definition provided by E.F. Codd. Okay, I can say that relational model is invented by E.F. 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 Codd. Okay, this much is enough. Okay, oh, right now the another point is we can say that rows are horizontal, HORZONT, horizontal, and which are also called as, okay, rows are also called as tuples or entities, entity. Okay, similarly a column is vertical one, and it is also called as attribute also. Okay, this much is enough. I forgot one more, that is relation. Relation means table. Okay, we must know these basic things, and furthermore we will go for difference between DBMS and RDBMS. Okay, there is a lot more confusion in DBMS and RDBMS. Okay, let me describe these things in a short, and we will, okay, let me describe it, the difference in a short time. Okay, so instead of typing the things, I will just read them for you. So database management system is DBMS and relational database management system is RDBMS. So in DBMS, vertical data elements is field, and in RDBMS, vertical are columns. Okay, again, in DBMS, vertical data elements is field, and in RDBMS, vertical data elements is column, and in DBMS, horizontal line is a record, and in RDBMS, horizontal line is a row. Okay, then furthermore, collection of field and record is called a file in DBMS, and collection of rows and columns is called a table in RDBMS. The next difference is relation between file is maintained programmatically in DBMS, and in RDBMS relationship between the table is maintained using constraints, that is primary key and foreign key. Okay, we will learn about this in further lecture. Okay, so the next difference is DBMS need more programming and RDBMS needs less programming. And in DBMS software development is little bit slower compared to RDBMS. And then the performance also is little bit slower when compared to RDBMS. Okay, then the DBMS do not support client server architecture, but here RDBMS support the client server architecture. Okay, then the DBMS databases are not distributed, but the RDBMS databases are distributed. Okay, in DBMS there is a less security is provided, but in RDBMS we can provide the security at a row level, table level, which we can say that it is a more secure thing. Okay, for example, MS Excel is a DBMS, but MySQL and Oracle are RDBMS. Okay, so the next point to discuss is we will shortly go through some popular databases present in the current time. Okay, so following are some means the next are some commonly used relational database management systems. Okay, so first one is Informix, which is the world's fastest database. Okay, why it is the world's fastest database? Because it is written in assembly language. Okay, but there is a drawback for Informix. We need to write the coding, means more coding is required there. Okay, then the next RDBMS present is DB2, that is database of IBM, and which needs a mainframe or supercomputer to deploy or install the database. Then the next one comes, that is MySQL server. It is provided by Microsoft because it is MS SQL, it is Microsoft SQL server, and it is specially available for MS Windows, and it is a commercial software. Okay, the next one is Oracle. Basically Oracle is a RDBMS and it is ORDBMS. Okay, so what is ORDBMS? It is object oriented. So Oracle is a product of Oracle company, and which is a commercial product. Okay, then comes the popular one which we are learning is MySQL. It is an open source relational database management system, and it supports multiple platforms. Okay, we will learn about the MySQL in the further lectures, but right now we will move to the next database, that is next RDBMS. Okay, though Postgres, Ingress, these two are the databases designed for Unix and Linux particularly. Okay, then the next one is MS Access. It is a single user RDBMS and it is a commercial database. Okay, this much of information about the database means there are some basic information included in this video, and we will be little much aware of the database technology, or what a database is, what data is, and most of the concepts like these are covered in this lecture, and I hope you like the lecture. Okay, we will stop here.